Even though there's a lot of information about Farmington, Missouri and the area that surrounds it, there's a place that many people of this area don't know about. What's surprising is that this place was involved in one of the biggest historical events of the past 100 years, and nothing remains of it. In a small community named Weingarten, Missouri, that's 15 miles northeast of Farmington, there are empty farm fields that once contained an Italian prisoner of war camp during World War II. Towards a turning point in favor of the Allies in World War II, the United States began accepting large amounts of enemy POWs from their European allies. The United States War Department began dedicating lots of time and money to meet the needs of this new challenge. After the government seized land from the area's local farms, the construction process of the camp began. Many construction companies began putting in bids for a contract to construct the camp. On November 4th, 1942, the Weingarten prison camp was officially activated. Soon after, servicemen began arriving to work at the camp. Half a year later, on May 7th, 1943, the first prisoners arrived. The prisoners consisted of black shirts from Mussolini's Secret Service, which were highly trained, top-notch soldiers. The black shirts were joined by other members of the Italian army as time passed. After enduring brutal conditions on the battlefield, the Italian soldiers were very satisfied with their new way of life. The conditions of the camp were excellent. The prisoners were fed well, and the camp's restrooms had modern conveniences. Prisoners were able to kill time by performing jobs. Some of these jobs included working at the camp's hospital, working at a nearby quarry, and improving the camp through construction and other odds and ends. They would also assist the surrounding towns of the camp when they needed help with things such as flooding. Workers of the camp were able to get along well with the prisoners. Even though many of them did not share the same language, they were able to show kindness and gratitude towards each other. Servicemen of the camp were able to connect with the surrounding community. When a serviceman had a weekend's leave, he was able to go to the surrounding towns for a break from the camp. Many servicemen were also able to find companions. 25 relationships between servicemen and women of the surrounding area turned into marriages. Servicemen were also able to keep busy in other ways. Their schedules were filled with tennis matches, basketball games, dances, and movies. They also had an arts and crafts shop where they made wallets, footlockers, sculptures, and many other things. In August of 1943, a club was established for the servicemen to socialize. The club also had food and drinks for the servicemen. Prisoners of the camp also had almost every form of entertainment mentioned above. They also had the opportunity to advance their education. Basic elementary school classes were taught at the beginning, as well as classes of the arts. Eventually, the camp was able to offer more advanced classes such as calculus, electricity, physics, etc. Religion was also a big part of the camp society. Initially, Catholic chaplains from the surrounding area came to the camp to give many sessions of Mass to the prisoners and servicemen. Over time, the camp began having Protestant ministers come and speak. Some ministers even came in from places that were very distant, such as Atlanta. Even while living decently, the prisoners still had worries. Some prisoners were worried about their family's safety back home, while others dreaded leaving the camp. Even though these thoughts may have occurred, the prisoners left the camp for their uncertainties of their war-torn country, and many of them never returned to the U.S. again. Thank you to Southeast Missouri State University's Special Collections and Archives at Kent Library for providing the pictures in this video.